take some time and you'll be back another day. I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me. Let's dance the night away, we're locked together far away, you and me. We'll have a celebration to an unknown destination, can't you see? I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby.
Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. So I have woken Clover up just so he could say hi to you guys, because this episode is about pets, keeping your pets organized, keeping your home clean while you have pets, both cats and dogs. I don't know anything about birds, so I can't say anything about that, but I want to welcome you all to the chat. Thank you all for coming. Hello everybody. Yes, we went out, well, just for context, if you're seeing this afterward, it is like 89 degrees outside today, and we went for a walk this morning at like 9:30, and it was already like super hot, and so we were out there for like 45 minutes, and he is extra tired and hot, so he would love for me to put him down and let him sleep, but we're gonna hold on to him for a little bit more. He's so cute. Hello everybody. Hello Claudia. Hello Amber. Hello S.O. Hello Anne. Excuse me. Hello Evelyn. Hello Curly Girl. Hello TTMP 2017. Hello Art Smart. Hello Morgan. Hello the Mezzins. It's just like screwing up all these names. Hello Zolda. Hello everyone. So I hope you guys are excited for the live stream. So fun fact. Hello Carmen. Fun fact. So I did not anticipate during like taking dogs on dog walks in the summertime when it's hot and sunny out and you have to wear a mask outside that you would get a really bad tan. So I got a mask tan yesterday and it was awful. It looked like I hadn't slept for like 100 years because I had, the mask ends about here on my face, and so I had like dark from like here up. It looked like I was like either a superhero or I hadn't slept for a long time. So just a warning, if you're going out and you need to you're wearing a mask like you should be doing, walking outside and it's sunny, wear a hat. So that is my public pandemic service announcement to you guys. You're welcome. So But I did put lots of powder on and concealer. Yes, Art Smart, I was looking rough. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I took a picture and put it on Facebook because I thought it was so funny. Maybe I can find it. I don't know if I can find it real quick to put it on the screen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Friday, yesterday. Let me see if I can pop it on screen real quick. It's pretty hilarious. Wait, did that work? There it is. Look at that girl. This is a girl who did not who did not put a mask on. Well, no, who did not put a hat on and had a mask on. Look at the lightness under my eyes. And I was like super hot and sweaty. You can tell I'm actually in the bathroom getting ready to take a shower. And I looked in the mirror and I was horrified. So these are the things we love to do for our dogs. So there it is. So wear a hat or a visor so that you don't get the dreaded mask tan. All right, Clover, I will put you down. Okay. He's like, please put me down, Mom. Please put me down. So today we're going to talk about keeping your home clean and organized while you have pets. Now, those of you who don't know or haven't been watching my channel for a while, I have had all kinds of pets, even though right now I only have a dog. I've had hamsters, fish, a horse, and I've had many cats. Hi, Doris from Germany. Hi, everybody. It is funny. The picture is funny. It's like, I put it on Facebook and everybody was like freaking out and laughing. So keeping your house clean while you have these lovely fur babies or feather babies if you have birds. I don't know anything about birds, so I'm not going to talk about birds. Can be a little bit of a challenge, especially when it comes to puppies. Less when you talk about cats than when you talk about dogs, but I do have a couple of things to say about cats, so we will start with cats. For those who don't know, everyone's talking about the tan picture. Hello, Alyssa. Everyone's talking about it. It's so funny. Yeah. Okay. Wear sunscreen and wear a hat so you don't get the mask tan. The mask tan thing, y'all, it's like so unflattering. I look like I hadn't slept for 100 years. So, and I'm like, I'm vain. Like, I don't want to look like that. So definitely wear a hat when you go outside and you're wearing a mask. So mask tan, something I did not think about for 2020. It's a thing. Anyway, so I have had many cats. So the last of my cats having been Paddington. So those of you who don't know, this is Paddington Bear. I had him for like 16 years. He was my bestest friend. He did not present many cleaning issues or home maintenance issues, but the best thing about having cats is that you don't have to take them out to go to the bathroom. You can just have them go in a litter box, especially if you live in the city. But the litter box presents some house cleaning problems. So litter box is really smelly. If you really think about it, litter box is so gross. Like, it's really gross, but it's just the thing about having cats. So the best thing you can do for your home when you have a litter box is to make a schedule with yourself to scoop the litter box twice a day. More if you have more than one cat sharing a litter box, but at least twice a day. Because would you want to go in a dirty litter box? Not me. I would not want to either. When you get into the habit, it'll just keep your house smelling nicer. You can put some baking soda into the box and that'll help keep the odor down. But what if you don't want to have the litter box out? I know that this was a real challenge for me. I didn't want to look at it. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Hello World. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's the sound effect that goes with it. I love it. So it is imperative that you hide the litter box sometimes if you don't want to look at it. There's all kinds of great like covered litter boxes that look like pieces of furniture, but if you're really in a bind and you don't know what to do, what I did is I went to Ikea and spent $60 and bought a cabinet and only put on half of the back and pulled it away from the wall slightly, and he went behind the cabinet and into the litter box. I don't know if you can exactly see. The picture is really dark. This is such an old photo. This is from like 2013 or something like that, and that's how he got into the litter box, and it prevented the litter from spreading all around the floor in the apartment. And when I needed to clean the litter box, all I had to do was open the cabinet door, scoop it, and then close it again. It was a game changer. I hated looking at the litter box. And plus now you can use the top of the litter box to put a lamp on or candles, as you can see I did there. I don't think I have any of those things in this picture anymore. I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, I still have the lamp. It's in the guest room, but I don't have anything else in that picture. Oh, rip some of that stuff. But that's the thing. The only thing that I find really with cats is the litter box and the litter box like grossness. Actually, and there is a thing that I recommended to my mom that she didn't know about that I was not able to use. It is called Litter Genie. I think it's made by the same people that make Diaper Genie, who make the little like thing that you put dirty diapers in so they don't smell up the house. They make one for cat litter called Litter Genie, and my mother swears ever since I recommended it to her that it is the best thing since sliced bread. So if you're having trouble, if you don't want to like put the litter outside right away, you can put it in the Litter Genie and then take it out, and it will keep the smell from getting too crazy. It is amazing. And all of these things, I don't think Litter Genie is super expensive either, but I do think it is made by the people that make Diaper Genie. Well, it has to be, because that would be their intellectual property. Litter Genie, Diaper Genie. Guys, I hate looking at the litter box. It's so upsetting. It's one of the worst things about having cats is like you have to look at their like bathroom all the time. And I especially hated having their bathroom in my bathroom. Like I don't want to poop with my cat. So I've always had it in some sort of cabinet or hidden away somewhere where they could find it, but I didn't have to look at it and smell it because it's really gross. The other thing that people have problems with is cats destroying furniture with their claws. And the best thing I've found that works, aside from a little behavior modification, I find that the spray bottle thing does not really work. I don't think that that's really a thing. It didn't work for me back in the day, okay? But a thing that really did work is there's a double-sided sticky tape that you can put on couches. You can do a clear version of it, so you don't have to look at it, really. But you have to be mindful of it. And that will almost all the time stop the cat from clawing up your furniture, because as soon as they put their paw on that sticky tape, they get really upset about it and they're like, no ma'am, I don't want to do that. So that has saved my furniture countless times with at least 2 or 3 cats who I had a problem with scratching up the furniture. And we will talk about cat urine in a minute when we talk about dog accidents, because it's going to be the same principle. But I personally did not have a problem with cats eliminating in my home, but I know that people do, outside of the litter box. But I know that people do, and it's good. The same cleaning principle applies to dog urine as it does to cat urine, although cat urine smells so much worse than dog urine for some reason. I don't know what it is, but oh my goodness. So dogs prevent, I keep saying prevent instead of present. Dogs present a whole other issue when it comes to cleaning the house, because unlike a house cat, most cats aren't really going outside and bringing dirt back inside. Some people do have cats that go outside and go in and come inside, but people who live in cities, people who live in areas that are very busy with cars and stuff like that, it's better to keep cats inside. Sometimes there's a whole thing you have to sign, especially if you've adopted a cat, that you have your cat be an indoor cat. It's ultimately safer for the cat in some circumstances. So they're not usually bringing home and bringing in dirt from outside, but dogs are, because most dogs, I hope, are going on walks, playing in the dirt, playing in the grass, playing wherever. They're bringing items, dirt, pests, things inside your house. So a way to keep your house really clean is to groom your dog daily, especially if you have a long-haired dog, or at least every other day, right? I try to do Clover. I will do them at least 3 times a week, but every other day is usually the best, especially with long-haired dogs. If it's a shorter-haired dog, you probably don't need to do it very often. But there are some great products for keeping your house clean, for keeping the dirt coming in your house to begin with, and we'll talk about those right now. So here's the problem with dogs, right? Dogs are great because they're so much fun. They go outside, but then when you get them, they after a walk they might look like this. This is Clover. after he has been in a muddy dog park, right? So this is not a creature that I want to walk into my house. So one of my favorite pet paw cleaning devices is actually this little thing. I've talked about it in a couple of videos before, and it's just a paw cleaning it's not a machine, it's just a paw cleaning device. And what you do is you fill it up with water. It has these little silicone teeth on the inside, and you fill it with water. Sometimes I put a little dog shampoo in there too, and you just stick their paw in, and you simply just wash it just like that, and their paws come out really clean, or much cleaner, and then you can feel good about letting them in the house. I'll actually do it before I let them in the house. I'm like, you stay out in the hallway for a sec, and I'll get this, and I'll put his little paw in, and we'll wash it, and then he has nice clean paws. This is not expensive, I don't think. I think it might be like $10 or $12. I do have an Amazon store with all of these things. I will try to fix the links, you guys, and 100% honesty, I am so behind on like blog posts and work and links that I know. I am so sorry, but I will hopefully have everything up by the end of the week. But I don't think this is very expensive. I do think there are 2 sizes of these. This might be the smaller of the 2 sizes, but truth be told, and you can take this whole little thing out and wash it if you want to. It's just silicone. So, it's got dirt in the bottom. Look, this is where I haven't washed this in a while, but it's got some dirt on the bottom. So I'm going to have to put that through a wash. Do you have to switch out the water between paws? No, you can just, if you really want to, if you want to be like that, you can, but like I don't. I usually find that the sediment from the paws usually goes toward the bottom, and it doesn't really interfere with how clean the next paw is. So if you find it getting like really dirty, then you can totally like pour out the water, put more water in, and like I find this to be a total game changer, because the muddy paw situation, not a fan. But the main thing we do usually, because this is like if I cannot prevent, like if I don't know if it's going to rain, or like if he's going to play in the mud, I had no idea. But usually I will try to prevent him getting muddy paws in the first place, and that's where the booties come in. So these are his current pair of boots. They are from a brand called My Busy Dog. Let me grab one. They look like this. They're all the same. They have double Velcro so that they stay on, and they are fantastic. I think My Busy Dog is a Massachusetts brand. So this is Clover. This is the first day. Hi, Possum Bakers. This is the first day I actually put Clover in these boots, and I think he was, I want to say he was 6 months old. I think he was even younger. I think he might have been 5 months old, 5 months old, maybe 5 or 6 months old. And as you can see, he's got his boots on, and he's kind of awkward, but we're doing something fun, right? We're playing with the ball. So the first thing that I always recommend, and I'm not a dog trainer, but I like to recommend that if you're going to train your dog to wear boots or shoes, that you start early and you do something fun for a few minutes while you have the boots on, because so they associate them wearing boots with something fun, and it distracts them a little so that then you're not thinking about it as much. We started putting the boots on him maybe for like a couple minutes every day, and then maybe more than a couple minutes every day, maybe about 10 minutes. And then eventually I started taking him out for short periods. I would wear boots. I would put the boots on and take him out to his little potty breaks. And then eventually we would start taking him for walks with boots on, and he got used to it. He loves them. Before I have to say, we did start with these little, if you can see this picture, these little balloon shoes. I say balloon shoes because they're like little balloons. They're like little pieces of rubber that you can put around your dog's paws. These are great, and they work great for keeping your dog's paws clean. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you. They are so difficult to put on and take off. Because it's like putting a balloon around your dog's paw. So you have to expand them, and then you should have somebody hold your dog and hold the paw, because they're all squirmy like that, especially when they're puppies. And it was just it got too difficult to take them on and off, and they're not they're reusable, but they're not like permanent, so you have to buy new ones every day. They're just not, I don't love them, but I think they're called Paws with a Z. A lot of people love them. I think they're really awesome and they're really affordable, but if you can swing like the $36 for the busy dog boots, they last much longer, and you can, wash them in the sink and they get nice and clean. We have gone through like 4 pairs of the busy dog boots, but only because we walk so much and he walks a lot on pavement. And after he usually does like the pee or the poo, sometimes he does like the victory kicks. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the victory kicks where he's doing this. Like he's so excited that he peed or pooed. So he wears down the soles that way a little bit. So we have gone through multiple pairs of my busy dog boots, but they're great, and they have treads on the bottom, so they will keep your dog's paws safe from ice, and they will keep your dog's paws safe from the super hot asphalt if you're going walking when it's like more than like 90 degrees. But I don't know why you would do that. I try not to do that. But yeah, Clover is cute. Look at that raincoat. I missed that raincoat. He grew out of that raincoat really quickly, so I had to get rid of it. But that's the other thing. So that's what I do to prevent the dirt from even coming inside in the first place. Technical problems. And the other issue I find with keeping your home clean with dogs is accidents. So let's talk a little bit about accidents. If you have a puppy, accidents will happen. No matter how persistent and consistent you are, it's just something that happens with puppyhood. And sometimes there are like things they will eliminate in the house for no reason then they're like excited, like they're excited to see you, a little bit of pee comes out, and it's just part of puppyhood. When we got Clover, I happened to be actually I'll be very frank with you. We got Clover, and I think like a week later I was laid off from my job. So I had a lot of time to be with Clover, and I took him out every hour on the hour, whether he had to go or not, when we were home. So I took him out. I was like, hey, let's go pee, and let's it's gonna have fun. But he still had accidents. I still would I still would miss the signs, or he would give me a sign and I would wait a couple minutes too long. Excuse me. So when accidents happen, you want to make sure that you clean them up thoroughly, and that you, again, I'm not a trainer, but you also want to make sure that you don't punish the dog for eliminating inside your house, because by the time it's already happened, there's nothing you can do. They're not going to associate being punished with eliminating in the house, and you don't want to punish them for eliminating anyway, because you want them to be able to feel free to pee and have it not be a bad thing. You just want to reward them for eliminating in the correct places. So when we took him outside, we would give him little treats and stuff. We would be like, yay, you pee, you knew you did it. Just make sure that it's like a fun thing to pee outside, and then it's like not a thing at all to pee inside. When he peed inside and I missed it, I was like, oh well, that was just on me. Better luck next time. If you catch them in the act, then that's something else. Then you can quickly correct them and take them outside. But if you see a puddle and it's already like been a minute, then it's much too late. But one of the best things you can get if you're having a puppy and you need to clean, or there's any kind of pet urine at all, is an enzyme cleaner. This is Nature's Miracle. This happens to be the one that I like the most. Is this backwards in your camera? I don't know. Oh, because it's a mirror image. That's why it's backwards. So it says Nature's Miracle, and this is an enzyme cleaner. And a lot of people make mistakes with enzyme cleaners because they will spray them onto the carpet or onto the floor, and they will immediately wipe the stain away, or they try to get the stain away. And that is where mistakes happen. So the first thing you want to do, especially if they've peed on carpet, is blot up as much of the liquid as you can without putting the enzyme cleaner on. And as soon as you've blotted up enough of the liquid, you want to saturate wherever your dog or cat has eliminated with the enzyme cleaner and let it sit there. Get it really wet, let it sit there. even better, you can put a little piece of you can put a plastic bag or a piece of plastic wrap over it, or just something to keep it sort of insulated so that it gets in this little sort of bubble. Because the way that enzyme cleaners work is that they are catalysts, right? So they need time to work and break down the smell and the urine. So because dogs will go back to the same spot and urinate again or poop again if you don't eliminate the smell completely. So I would let this sit for a really, really long time, and then go ahead and clean up the mess. What can you do for hardwood floors? I think you can do the same thing. I don't think you have to let it sit as long. It's because, especially if your hardwood floor has been finished with some sort of seal. So if you have an unfinished hardwood floor, or if your hardwood floors are more porous, I would be more careful. And I would double check the back of this. I haven't actually. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if it's super safe to use on hardwood floors. I used this on my hardwood floor, but only because I knew that our floor was pretty sealed. Nothing bad happened to our floor. But I would test it in a small area and see, like an inconspicuous area. I would test it out in a corner and see if anything bad happened to the floor first before you used it. Because especially if the floor has not been sealed or something, because I don't want you to ruin your floor. But this says it's safe, used for carpets, floors, furniture, clothing, and more. So use this everywhere. But again, hardwood floors are kind of a little bit of a weird thing, because there's a whole thing where you shouldn't let liquid sit on hardwood floors, and you should keep it as dry as possible. So I would definitely double check with whoever manufactured your floor, or whoever sealed your floor if you did that. Or I would do a little, I don't know, I would do a little research. But I mostly used this because usually you can get the smell quickly off of the hardwood floor, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot less for the stuff to cling on. But carpets and furniture, it's a whole different ballgame because there's all that fabric. So this works best on a carpet or a piece of furniture like a couch. He peed. I know. I feel like I'm calling Clover out of school. He peed in the closet 3 times, and he peed in the bathroom. I knew there's so totally funny stories about Clover having accidents in our apartment. One time Clover found his way, because when we got him, we closed off the bedroom door and the bathroom door to his access, because if I could not have eyes on him, he was not allowed there. So he could be with me if I went to the bedroom, but he was not allowed there when I was not there. If I was sitting watching TV, he was not allowed in the bedroom by himself. So one day, I think the bathroom door had been left open a crack, and Clover, I think he was maybe 5 months old, and I didn't see him for 20 minutes. And I was like, where's Clover? And I saw that the bathroom door was cracked open, and I was like, no. So I walked in there, and he had peed right on the bathroom carpet, the white bathroom carpet, little yellow, it was just so funny to see. I was I knew if he got in here, he would pee. He'd pee on something. So the method is to just slowly open up their territory of where they're allowed to go, because they won't see your whole house as their den, for a little bit. They're still learning. They're thinking oh, the living room's my den, but I can pee in the closet, that kind of thing. So it took him a while. He bless his heart. He was just so good. He actually peed in the Container Store twice, and he pooped in the Container Store. So he would never do that now. He's so well behaved, and he's a grown up big boy, but oh my gosh, did he have some funny accidents. So, but the only way to eliminate those smells, and so he doesn't go back and go on into the same place again, is to eliminate it with the enzyme cleaner. Make sure you let it sit for a while, a long time. I know I'm spilling all of Clover's tea. I mean, he really was such a good puppy. He just had like, and when we got him, the woman who raised him or bred him said she hadn't started doing any potty training, and he was like 16 weeks old, and we were like, okay. So, and I had never potty trained a dog, so I was very stressed out about it, but it was totally fine. He's cool now. Like he would never go anywhere in the house. The other thing that I love to do before they come in, if it's been really bad and I can't do the paw washer for some reason, we have these little wipes. So, I mean, these are not the best for the environment, I'm going to be honest. But if you're in a pinch, like if you're in a car, these dog wipes are a lifesaver. There are like dog microfiber cloths that you can use as well that are like fluffy that you can use to like wipe down paws. Those are really helpful and useful. The ones I want are not in stock. But I will put them down in my Amazon store so that you can find them. So keeping your furniture and carpet and floors clean is a whole other ball game. I do have a video on how much I love my Roomba. I love my Roomba. If you have a long-haired pet, especially a long-haired dog, I do recommend that you buy a Roomba and run it every single day. That is the only way I have been able to keep up with the insane amount of dog hair that comes off of my dog. I don't know how there is still hair on him because the dog hair is just everywhere. But I make sure before that we go out for a walk, we have a routine with the Roomba. And the Roomba is actually great because it helps you keep clutter off of your floors, because you cannot run it with clutter on your floors or else it will get stuck, or it will mess up whatever's on your floor. Like if you have cords and stuff, sprawled out on your floor, the Roomba will definitely pick it up. So before we go on our dog walks, I tidy up just a little bit, make sure everything's off the floor, and I run the Roomba. And then we can not worry about having to vacuum so much. Art Smart says, my pup is a senior and had to go on meds. That makes him have to go out a lot. Oh, going back to work soon. Oh, yeah. Well, we use pee-pee pads. I mean, I have mixed feelings about wee-wee pads. Because they're a lot like wee-wee pads are like really soft, right? They're soft like your pillow. So I feel like dogs, it's confusing. I feel like it's confusing for dogs. I would maybe steer towards like a potty patch. It's like one of those patches of like fake grass, so that at least your dog is going on the same substrate if they have to eliminate inside the house. They have like real grass too that you can have, but you'd have to like change it out every now and again. But a potty patch, I think, is a better solution if you have to have an inside potty place, rather than a wee-wee pad, because I feel like a wee-wee pad is too much like carpet and too much like furniture or linens, and I think the dogs will find it confusing, because something that is like the same texture as a wee-wee pad, they'll be like, well, I guess maybe I can go here. Or diapers. I guess diapers is a good suggestion. Do they make dog diapers? I think they do. Oh, Possum Bake, you have a non-shedding dog. You're so lucky. I thought when I had cats, I thought that was bad, but it's not nearly as bad. Like the dog hair thing is like insane. I don't know. And it slips underneath furniture for some reason too, and underneath like the refrigerator and everywhere. It's like dog hair is magical. And the other thing I have that I recommend that, aside from a Roomba, is the Dyson. Here's the Dyson. This is a sizable investment. I'm not going to pretend like this is a cheap thing, but when I had 3 cats back in 2013, that was when I had 3 cats. Back in like 2011, 2013, I had 3 cats, and I was going I was cleaning my couch with a lint roller like by hand, and then I had like a pet hair lint cleaning item, and I was doing that by hand every day. And I was like, this is insanity. Because it was taking me like 20 minutes to do that every day, and it was really dumb. So I waited till there was a tax-free shopping weekend, and I spent like $350 and bought a Roomba DC44 at the time, and I never looked back. And that thing lasted into it did poop out earlier this year in 2020, but 7 years is a good amount of time to get out of a vacuum. It probably can be fixed, but I wanted to get a newer model anyway. But that thing has been so helpful, and you want to get the ones that are specially made for pet hair because they'll be much better at picking up the pet hair. You can get the regular long attachment here, or and the attachment for the stairs and the furniture, and this has been such a lifesaver. It was worth all of the money that we paid for it. Like I never would not I don't regret it at all. They do make some vacuums that are similar to the Dyson in design. I think that Samsung makes one now that is supposed to be excellent, but I personally haven't tried it. And I heard Shark that makes an excellent handheld vacuum as well. But any handheld vacuum that is a cordless vacuum that you can use to clean up daily, because a cordless vacuum is going to be easier for you to use, right? Like the vacuum where you have to, like, it's a canister vacuum, you have to get the whole thing out with the cord, so you're not going to want to do that. Make sure it's easy to use, cordless, you can charge it. It's so good. You will not regret. And if I still have to use this manual vacuum in like the bathrooms, sometimes on the carpet, because the Roomba, as much as it's great, it doesn't do a great job of really getting deep into that carpet because it's a robot vacuum. But so if I really need to clean it deep, I use the Dyson, and I use the Dyson on the furniture, and that helps me with the pet hair situation on the furniture. And plus, it's going to help a lot with allergies, right? Because pets will bring in a lot of dust and dust mites. I happen to be very allergic to dust, and it's a nightmare, especially during the pandemic. I'm like, am I have allergies, or do I have the virus? I don't know. Usually I'm just a little sniffly, and I get sinus issues, but it's helped a lot with the dust situation. The more I've been, picking up the dog hair and stuff. Sorry, let me look at that chat. Everyone loves their Dyson. Yeah. Oh, I love cordless is also easier for my kids to use. That is a good point. If you want to make your kids do a little bit of the chores, cordless, get the cordless. Get the cordless. Yeah, I think it's a rite of passage when I own one Dyson. When you own it, you need a Dyson. The Dyson it's $400. That is, well, I think, was this in 400 or 500? I don't know. It wasn't cheap. And these things aren't cheap either. These cleaning machines are investments that I'm like, I can't believe I spent $500 on a mop. But it's one last thing I have to do. I do still manual mop in the bathrooms, but is the more often I run the robot mop, the less I have to actually mop, right? Because I don't do the work. I'm gonna actually start it right as I get off this live stream, and I'm gonna not worry about it. I mean, occasionally it does get stuck, and somehow it got into the bathroom the other day when I'll walk by and I'm like, how did you get in here? Because it went over the threshold, and then one time it got stuck in the closet too, where there's carpet, and I'm like, are you okay? But usually it does a great job of cleaning the whole space. And it makes really cute robot noises. I actually wish it made cuter noises. I wish it made little beep boop 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 sounds, but maybe that's for the next robot vacuum. So I also have a little grooming kit for Clover. I know a lot of you have seen. This is his grooming bin, and keeping all of your pet's grooming tools in one place is going to be something that's going to be very helpful for you. I know that when my parents had their grooming tools kind of all scattered all around, and I was like, why? Because they had these two cats who my father, bless his heart, he would groom the little girl cat he had a standing date with her. It was very cute. They had a really close relationship. My parents had two Tonkinese cats, and they would have a love fest with the brushing. It was it was therapeutic for her, and it's therapeutic for him, and it was just so sweet. But they did keep the tools all over the place, and I was like, why not just in one place. And all the things that Clover needs when I groom him are in one thing, and then I just put the whole thing back in its home when I'm done with it. And this way I don't have to worry about like not being able to find his brush or his nail clippers and like that, even though I don't use the nail clippers. Gonna be honest, I'm too afraid. I usually have the groomer do it. But all of his little like massaging brushes are here. He loves this one the most, by the way. He thinks it's both a toy and a massage tool, which is sometimes makes for annoying but amusing grooming times. And I've got the dreaded tick remover thing in here. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. But having a dedicated place for all of your dog's grooming tools is going to be it's gonna make you want to do it more. And the more you groom your dog, the more you can bond with them, and it's an opportunity to check them for ticks, fleas, all kinds of things. I don't like talking about ticks. Ticks freak me out. I don't. But the first time he had ticks on him, when I saw like the little legs move, I like legit had a freak out. I screamed, trying to pull the little guys out, and oh my god, Eve saved me. By the way, he saved me. He was so good at doing the tick removal, and he had never removed a tick from a dog in his life, but. We were like it was because it was like the day he took Clover to a friend's house in the suburbs, and I almost sent him a text that day. I think I was working. I almost sent him a text that said, "Don't let him run through thick grass." And he did. He like had him play ball in the thick grass, and of course he came home covered in ticks. So that is also an important tool to have, is a tick removing thing. What slicker brush do I use? I have to get a new one, but right now it's just this one. I don't find that this one is great. But I also have a Furminator, which I find to be incredibly useful, although you have to be very gentle with this, because some dogs are a little more skin sensitive than others. I find that Clover is very sensitive about everything. I am spilling all of Clover's tea today, but I'm going to be totally 100% honest with you when I say that he is a absolute drama queen about everything. When I brought him home from the vet after neuter surgery, the doctors came up to me when I went to pick him up, and they were like, he might yelp a little bit if he moves. And I was like, he's dramatic like that. I know. And he was totally dramatic. He cried all night, the poor thing. I didn't sleep at all like that night. He was crying. And then one time he moved on the couch wrong or something, and he went he like hurt his little incisions. It was so sad. See, he's very dramatic about everything. He is the biggest drama queen of the world. So this sometimes is a little bit of an issue, but he's absolutely, it benefits him. And Doc's just like, Clover, a drama queen? No, never. He's such a drama queen, you guys. It's actually a little ridiculous. It makes me laugh because it's totally him, because everything's a big deal. Like sometimes he gets little things stuck in his fur during the walks, and if I take them out and I pull on his hair a little bit, he's like, no, like just really, really over dramatic. But that's what we love about him, and that's what makes him an opera singer's dog. So I think that is all of like the dog cleaning stuff. Oh, and I have one little thing. If you're going to give your dog a bath in the sink or the bathtub, make sure you put one of these in there. This is one of those hair stoppers. Can you see it? This is like $1. You can get it at Petco, but it prevents dog hair and the cat hair if you're going to wash your cat, although I don't know why you'd wash your cat. Well, maybe if your cat got skunked or something, that you put this over the drain because it stops hair from going in. I think you can put it in this way, or you can put it on this way, but most it fits better like this, because then it's not like protruding. But I've used it both ways. It's actually got some hair on it, which is kind of gross. But since we have a pet washroom in our building now, I haven't used this for a while, but I still have it in case I need to give him a bath in the sink. That way you can save your plumbing and stuff. So I think that's it. Oh, and I have a lint roller. A lint roller will keep you clean from dog and cat hair. I find that cat hair is much more adhesive onto, I feel like it jumps onto clothing more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like cat hair finds your clothes and is like, hey, can I latch on to you? I find that, you know, dog hair is not as much. I find that it's more on furniture, but lint roller helps a lot, especially when it comes to in the car and stuff. So that is all. And and I want to also say, I had some notes, but I wasn't looking at them. I wanted to also say that be mindful of the cleaning products that you're using in your home if you have pets. Pets are a lot closer to those surfaces than you are, right? They're much closer to the floor. They're much closer to your carpets than you are. So choose something that you would not. Choose something that would be safe to use around babies to use with your pets. So anything. I think the Mrs. Meyer's products are okay. Puracy products are really great. And just straight up like vinegar and baking soda are really great as well. I also clean my pets' toys. I clean Clover's toys periodically in the washing machine just because they get really gunked up with bacteria and saliva and stuff. And your pets can also like get sick and not feel so great if they are, mouthing on like dirty, nasty toys. So just throwing them in the dishwasher, sometimes if it's like a harder toy, make sure it's not going to melt in there. Put it top rack, or in the washing machine just with some vinegar is very helpful. They'll get clean with just vinegar. I found. I don't know how it works, but they get clean in there with just a cycle of like a water and vinegar, and they'll come out like sparkling clean. You can put them in the dryer too. See if the toy can tolerate it. And usually, sometimes the squeaker inside can get a little watery, but eventually it does dry. And a lot of them I have put in the dryer, and they've been fine. I mean, just experiment. I mean, maybe if it's not your dog's favorite toy. But if it's like, the regular toy, then you can totally feel free to experiment. My dog's favorite toy, I feel like I don't know how much longer it has to live because it's like the dumbest toy in the world. Do you use throw blankets for furniture? I do. I have a bunch of dog blankets, and you know where I get them from that's really cheap is Marshalls and Home Goods. They have a bunch of those microfiber blankets that are like in the pet section that have little dogs and cute things on them. So if your dog is like dirty or smelly or muddy, I mean, the best thing to do is bath, but that's not always possible, right? So I have these blankets that are specially for use for the bed and the couch whenever, I feel weird about putting Clover right on there. Like after his bath, I'll throw a bunch of those on the couch, and you know how they go crazy after their baths because they're so excited it's over. That's what I use. Going through the chat. Weren't you considering being a veterinarian at one time? I was. I went through a whole pet career, well, not pet careers. I went through the health careers program at Harvard Extension, and I worked at a vet hospital for a while. Actually, the same vet hospital that I'm taking him to right now. But I ultimately decided that it was not a career that I wanted to enter, and I didn't want to be $100,000 in debt and then struggle to pay back that debt. I just didn't see the return on investment, I guess. Didn't seem worth it at my age. I think I was 30 when I ultimately decided that it maybe wasn't the career path that I wanted to take. But yeah, I did. My dog loves apple slices for treats. What do you give Clover to freshen his breath? To freshen his breath doesn't smell bad actually. But his teeth, I'm going to be honest with you, his back teeth, especially the ones I'm not able to get with the toothbrush, have some tartar on him. So he's going to have a dental soon, which I'm so scared of. And he actually has 2 fractured canines, unfortunately. I think it's from playing too much ball when he was younger with the actual tennis ball. So we're going to see if they need to be removed or not. I'm hoping that he can keep his canines because they're so cute. They're the upper canines. So they're not like the super visual I can't really see them all the time, but I would hope that he can keep them. But he eats a lot of carrots and lettuce. He loves those. But his breath doesn't smell too bad. And actually, to be just for a little preview, he is trying a new product that I am talking with a brand right now. And it's a potential collaboration. I'm like pretty sure it's going to happen, but I'm trying a wonderful new product with Clover, and he loves it. And he's looking so much better and feeling so much better having tried it, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So be on the lookout for that soon. I'm very happy. What do you think of pet strollers? I think pet strollers are awesome for older pets that maybe have trouble, walking, or your pets that are, and I guess any pet that is not able to, do a full walk. I personally don't have a pet stroller, but I think the same principles with cleaning them would apply to your furniture. Use an enzyme cleaner and some vinegar and baking soda and make sure they stay nice and clean. I do think pet strollers are cute for your senior pets who, really don't have as much stamina as before. I think they're adorable. Haven't seen as many pet strollers around here as I thought I would. I just mainly see pets walking. There's actually one other Cavalier that lives around here that kind of looks like Clover's twin. It's really weird when I see him. I'm like, whoa, there's your doppelganger, Clover. It's really weird. Oh, your daughter's a pet tech. That is so odd. Yeah, that is so pet tech. A vet tech. That is so awesome. I wanted to be a vet tech at one point, and I don't know, I kind of fell out. I gave like a couple of injections. I was a vet assistant at one point, but it's a lot. Working at veterinary hospitals are a lot, you guys. Like, I admire people who can do that stuff every day, and you meet so many like great animals, and it's a lot, especially with the daily, like the euthanasias. It's a lot. Willow is young, but when it is hot, she really likes it. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. It's a great idea for like the hot weather, if you want to take your pet outside but you don't want to have them get really hot. So there's like a permanent shade, I guess. What I usually do if it's really hot, we take a little bit of water with us, or we make sure that we stop at a place where there is water. There's water at like the pet store that's near us, and at like the cafe that we go to a lot near us, or we don't stay out for longer, because like today, every time I go out, I'm like 30 minutes, and then it turns into like 45 minutes to an hour. But I'd make sure that he can get cool as quickly as possible, or that we try to stay in the shade, because he doesn't love it either. Will Clover get a sister? When will Clover get a sister? I don't know. Sometimes I really struggle with the idea of like getting another doggy, because I feel like he's a happy only child, but sometimes I'm like, wouldn't it be cute if he had a little friend? I don't know. That's also twice the vet bills, and twice the poop, and twice the food. So I don't know if I'm ready to make that financial commitment, especially right now, during the pandemic. You can also put a portable air conditioner, and you can put in the stroller. Oh, that's fun. That's amazing. It's like pet limousine. That's a pet limousine. That's crazy. I love that. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's all I had to say about keeping your house clean when you have pets. I have made a video like this that has a lot of this information in there, so maybe I'll just take the links and copy them into the description of this video. But that video, I think, is like 2 years old or something. I know, twice the fun if you have 2 dogs, I know. But the other thing I wanted to make sure I said before the live was over is that I do know that the channel Herky the Cavalier, I started watching that before I got Clover. I love Herky and Milton. I love them. I wanted to say, and I don't want to get like emotional because I don't want to ruin my mascara, but I just want to thank you guys for coming to these lives, and all your support through, because I feel like ever since, the lockdown started, and then, we're no longer in lockdown, although, who knows if we're going to go back into lockdown at this point, because it's just, I don't think we're handling this very well as a country, like, let's be honest. But I want to thank you for being so kind and being so supportive over the past few months, especially because I love doing this. Like, I love talking to you, and I love helping people create a home that hugs them and that is comfortable. And it's, the pandemic and the quarantine and stuff have been really hard on everyone. And even us, it's been hard on everyone, and it's been hard financially, emotionally. I still don't really sleep that amazing at night, just because I'm worried, and we're all worried, and it's just, I just want to thank you guys for being a little bit of relief during this time, especially during the last few months, and being so open and helpful to me and being very supportive. I love you guys, and I wanted to say I appreciate you, and that I will be, and I promised I will be taking a little break from uploading for a couple of weeks, not a long time, but I did promise my therapist that I would take a break. Because sometimes YouTube can feel like, as much as I love YouTube, I love this platform, I love uploading, I love making videos, I love editing, but it can feel a little bit like you're on a hamster wheel, and it's, you don't know, you don't have there's no one to tell you to take a break, right? So I think that it's a good idea that I'm going to take a couple weeks to recharge. I may upload to if I don't know what I might have a sponsorship that is scheduled to go up. I'm not sure. So if you see one random upload during the next 2 weeks, just know that it was something that was already in the works. But I will be taking a little 2-week break to just recharge my batteries. And I will be uploading to my gaming channel. That's totally unrelated to this channel. And it's a totally different crowd. It's really interesting, the different demographics, because of course it's video games, so it's a lot of younger viewers, and the analytics and the user behavior over there is very different, and I'm fascinated by it. But I will be uploading to that channel because we'll be playing video games anyway. So I will be uploading to that channel. So if you want to come and hang out and see some really wholesome Animal Crossing videos, go over there and watch. It's just, if it's not your thing, that's totally fine, but it's just super cute, wholesome cuteness, and that's basically what it is. It most recently got monetized, so it is earning a little bit of income as well. So for that reason also, I will keep uploading to that channel. But I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys for, coming to the lives, for being here, for, sharing the videos, for commenting, and just for being overall amazing people and helping me. I really had I have currently, I'm still not over it. There's a whole problem with imposter syndrome and thinking, you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't know anything. And, it's been really nice to have such kindness and such support from you guys. I always hit this spit guard. I call it the spit guard. What is this called? This is it's for your plosives and fricatives. I forget what it's called, but I hit it so much, especially in my gaming channel. I'm really burn it. Oh, my gaming channel is called The Organized Gamer. And I need to, can I put it in the chat? I don't even know. What I need actually is a moderator. And I don't have one. I will put it in the chat as soon as I can find it. There it is. Yay. Okay. Because I'm can I put a link? Yeah, here we go. There it is. So if you want to come and see some really wholesome stuff, it's there it is. It's so wholesome. Animal Crossing is really wholesome. It's interesting too because I uploaded a video of me like playing my first Animal Crossing game from like 2002 or something, and a lot of like people are like, "Oh my god, that game is so old. I wasn't even born when that game was out yet." And I'm like, "Thank you for making me feel so old." So it's been pop filter. Thank you, Morgan. I was like totally, my brain had like melted from the hot weather and from all of the anxiety and stress. Pop filter. Yes. I actually need a new pop filter. I'm very excited today because my Amazon package full of like tech gear has landed on my doorstep. It was like some stuff for my computer, so I'm very excited to go down and receive it. And also some laundry detergent. These are the things that I'm like super excited about. Like, it's so crazy. It's possible. Wait, so you play Animal Crossing during the videos? Yes, I play Animal Crossing in the videos. So I have a little face cam. I don't use face cam in all the videos, but I have a face cam that's like in the corner, and then the Animal Crossing is happening. So that is super fun. And I think I will have to really pre-record tomorrow because it's like Animal Crossing update is happening tomorrow. So I will have to make some videos. The whole thing, actually, you guys, if I'm totally 100% honest with you, the more I'm making those gaming videos, the more I realize I'm going to have to change my setup in the guest room. So I will be probably documenting that process because it's not comfortable to play and record in that chair that I currently have. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. So I'm just gonna try and figure it all out, but I'm having fun. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate you and all of that. If you're watching Kay's old videos, watch the one where she helps her mom organize. Oh yeah, that's a really cute video. That is a really cute video. And you know what? I haven't even been to see my parents since that video. I mean, and that's ridiculous. I had plans to go in March, and then the lockdown happened, and it hasn't been good since. So I'm also having a hard time with that. So it's just, I think I might need to bite the bullet and travel, but I think that I would have to go get a virus test first, and then probably travel by car, and because my parents are older, and I don't want to put them at risk, in case I'm infected and don't know it. So there's a whole thing that is going on. But sorry, I wanted to just look at I like watching you collect villagers in AC. Thank you. It's fun. Could I borrow my husband's chair while in that room? Well, the thing is, I need one of those like actual gaming chairs where it's like really padded and you can sit back like this. And I guess at first I didn't know why people had those, and now I know why they have them, because it's so uncomfortable to not have like the neck support, the whole thing. So I have to investigate on like how to set up a whole new setup and keep it set up, because it's also a pain to like hook it up and to take it down after every time I record. So I'll have to be figuring that out. My daughter loves Animal Crossing. I can't get the little song out of my head when she plays. I know, like, there's the tunes are very, very cute, and the whole thing is very wholesome. I'm gonna be honest, the whole thing very wholesome, and it's been like helping me through the pandemic. It's been helping most people through the pandemic, although we're not through the pandemic at all yet. It's been a really positive light in the world. They're very lucky at their timing of release date. I gotta be 100% honest. Okay, you guys. Yes, go onto the Anno channel. See what Animal Crossing looks like. It is so wholesome. You will be so excited. You will love it. So I may upload another video to the channel on Friday. But after that, I'll be taking a couple weeks off. So just know that I'm not dead. And that I'm not like sick or anything, that I'm just resting, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. So thank you guys so much for coming to the live. I hope that you guys are having a great day and are staying safe, washing your hands, all that stuff, and wearing your mask. Please wear a mask when you are inside buildings with other people. and when you're outside if you can, but especially if you are going to a store or you're with other people inside, please wear a mask. Be safe, and I hope you're having a great day. Clover is not still awake at all. Wait, there he is. He's not awake. I hope you're having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Bye.